Who is Sabrina Duran Montero, which is TikTok's Narco queen? She died after being shot numerous times in broad daylight. So I actually seen the video, and okay. Now the video that I seen, they blurred out before the gunshots happened, okay? But it was literally in broad daylight. So essentially what happened in this video was you had Sabrina. She was outside. She was lying on the floor. It looked like she was begging him for her life, like literally stretched out, lying, like begging like this. And then there was a car right next to her. And then the car moved. I thought the car was going to run her over, but the car moved where it probably gave about that much space between her and the car. Someone comes out. Then it went blurry. And then they went and shot her 7 times. And then they just took off. Okay, we're going to get into more of the details of this, but this is the video that they're referring to. And this is the lady that they're referring to, okay? Now it says, TikTok icon 24-year-old Sabrina Duran Montero, who was nicknamed Ina, the Narco queen, succumbed to gunshot injuries after she was shot 7 times in broad daylight in Santiago, the capital of Chile, on Wednesday, October 25th, okay? Sabrina Duran Montero was in the Pedro Hurtado region at the intersection of Alberti Bles Gana and Primero Transversal when her car was attacked by more than one mass assailant. Later, they gunned her down and several rounds of shots can be heard fired. Her car was found burnt to the ground a few miles from the scene in her shootings. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking happened here. They shot her. Maybe that car that was in the video, we don't know which of it, which was hers and which one wasn't. But I'm thinking that particular one maybe was her car. Somehow they got her to the ground. That probably was her car. Their homeboy was in the front. They killed her. They drove a few miles, ditched the car, burnt it up, and then they got into the homeboy's vehicle and then they drove off. That's what I'm thinking happened as to why it was over there and all that. But let's continue. First responders quickly arrived at the scene and she was rushed to the local Sapu Santa Rosa hospital where she was pronounced dead from 7 gunshot wounds as per the Daily Mail. She was on her way to a nail salon. Sabrina Duran Montero was a convicted drug trafficker. Sabrina was not only a TikTok star but also a convicted drug trafficker in Chile. In fact, she was arrested in March 2022 along with her brothers for running a drug ring. She tried to escape, but the police managed to catch her. Later, she was sentenced to prison on charges of collection, distribution, and sale of illicit substances, from where she was released last month. Her nickname, Ina, the Narco Queen, was a short form of Narcoranina. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. A portmanteau of narcotics and Sabrina. However, her social media personality was a stark contrast to who she was in real life. Okay. So they said that she was a single mother of one who had over 444,000 followers on TikTok, where she constantly posted content on makeup tutorials, dance videos, music clippings, unveiling luxury brand items, and more. Okay. She has been an influencer since 2021, has posted content in both English and Spanish. So she is your typical content creator. Okay. Makeup, hair, music, dancing, all that kind of stuff. Okay. But in real life, she's actually a convicted drug dealer, drug trafficker, and all of this kind of stuff. So usually when you're a part of that kind of lifestyle, you have people who, they're getting in the mix. They're like, okay, you making too much money or something's going on over here. But let's continue. So Sabrina's last post on a social media platform was only a day before her murder, in which she featured wearing jeans and a black top and showed some brand new beauty products. She has over 86,000 followers on Instagram. All existing social media accounts of Sabrina have been made private after her death. Montero was supposed to serve the remaining 3 years of her sentence on assisted probation, which was cut short by her tragic death. Meanwhile, police are investigating whether her death is linked to gang activity, which I think it is, and her drug trafficking past, which I think it is as well. Speculation has it that there was another woman-led gang in the same zone where she operated, and they may have killed her to settle scores. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. That makes me wonder if they are in there And most of the time when you have these, drug ring pins and all that kind of stuff, you usually have the males in charge. So I'm wondering, could this have been some kind of retaliation? Oh man, I didn't like these dude. Oh, his sister's out. Let me go and get her. I don't know. Also could have been something on the lines of, maybe it is, okay, well, this is another female. Ooh, she got out. Let me go and get her, Now you couldn't tell who these people were, but they look like men. So if it was a woman led drug ring, unless she was like, okay, she sent her goons out, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of curious about how that whole thing went down. But it's unfortunate she lost her life. But this is also what I'm talking about when I'm talking about people making money. You know what I mean? And people say, oh, yeah, I can make money over here just selling drugs and doing this. And it's like, yeah, but now you just put a huge target on your head. You know what I mean? Me doing my regular job, unless I got some freak case where someone's just deciding to shoot guns and all this other stuff, and I'm talking about like specifically targeting somebody, or just even random in that case, take car accidents and all the other stuff out. Just like you're going to your grocery store, someone just shooting up the place, you're more likely, that's less likely for it to happen to me in terms of all of that. But when you are living a particular kind of lifestyle where you're selling drugs, you're robbing people, you're murdering people, whatever the case may be, you're doing a lot of this, you're doing a lot of, all that. And you always got to have something on you because somebody may be trying to get you, you know what I mean? So it's like, is that really worth it? That's something I look at. It's like, is that really worth your life? Ooh, well, I was making good money. I was making, $10,000 a week. Yeah, but is that really worth your life? And then it says that she was an influencer since 2021. She got almost 500,000 TikTok followers, and she got 68,000, I believe, of Instagram followers. Why couldn't you just do the TikTok influencer life and do that and make your money? And heck, have your homeboy, your brother, your kid, or whatever help you out. You know what I mean? Maybe you could put some content up of them and whatever. And if they weren't a part of that life, you know what I mean? There's different ways, and there's a lot of ways to make money legally where you're not having to look over your shoulder. You're not having to go and worry about your ops or whatever else is going on. You know what I mean? I don't know. For me personally, I've never been interested in that kind of lifestyle. I've never been interested in being associated with anyone in that kind of lifestyle. When you're younger, I'm talking about like middle school, elementary, you look at that and you're like, oh wow, these people are making money in it. But it's like, once you get older, it's like, I don't want to be around anybody if you are associated with that. You know what I mean? Because that just isn't something that I want to be dealing with. I don't want to be looking over my shoulder because you got a op. And nowadays, these people here in the States, nowadays, they're acting like how these cartels have been in Mexico and all these other countries, where they're like, okay, well, I got a beef with you, but I'm coming after Abuelito, I'm coming after Tia, I'm coming after your sister, I'm coming after your brother, I'm coming after your other cousin. And they're like, I'll just wipe out all of y'all. What? You see? So for me, I don't want to be associated with anything. You want some mess? You keep that mess over there. I don't want any of that because Alex is not having that, okay? But let me know what you all think about this story. Do you think that this was like another woman-led rival gang that was trying to offer or after? Do you think that something with her brothers? Do you think that maybe there was just another gang? Do you think, this was a targeted hit. Okay, this wasn't some random thing that just happened. I'm thinking they followed her. Who's she going? Ooh, she's out. Okay, let's see what her habits are. Let's see where we can stop her. Oh well, it seems like she's going to the nail salon today, and all right, well, let's go and get her. You know what I mean? Do you think that somebody was following her through all of this? Do you think it was just a coincidence? They were like, oh man, is that her? Let's go and get her. Let me know what you all think down below. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below. I would also appreciate it if you could go on ebay.com, simply type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then you can support me right over there. I have a wide variety of items over there. I have many of my own personal Latrice Limited items, which has candles, bath bombs, soaps, essential oil blends, lingerie robes. I have a whole bunch of stuff. I even have comic books on there, men's ties, action figures, a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Definitely support me on there. Like I said, do not forget to like and subscribe, and thank you.